Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Amanda Haddix, and I wanted to share my story with all of you just in case it resonates with any of you or you might know somebody who could benefit from this information. So, 2 years ago, I was an exhausted mama. If you had known me back then, you wouldn't even know, and my family, that you wouldn't even recognize us today, I swear. I was working 3 days a week, dropping my kids off at 6:30 in the morning, picking them up every night at 6 p.m. And they were, so they were in daycare and they were sick all the time. And, they were sick, so my husband and I were sick. You name it, ear infection, strep throat. They had it, we had it. It was miserable. We were at the doctor's office probably every 2 weeks, on antibiotic after antibiotic, and we just couldn't figure out why they were always so sick, why their little immune systems were not, getting better. And the turning point really came when they were 9 months old and 2 years old, and their pediatricians recommended we take them to the ENT specialist, and so we did that. And the ENT recommended, because they had already had so many ear infections and strep throat, they were on so many antibiotics that they were showing antibiotic resistance. They were already on their fourth strain of antibiotics by this point, which is so scary for at that young age. And so they recommended that we place ear tubes because they'd had so many ear infections in a short period of time. And so my husband and I agreed that we were going to do that, but we knew that that wasn't the fix, that, that was just putting a Band-Aid on the situation. We needed to figure out how to get their immune system stronger so that they could fight off all of these illnesses that they were contracting all the time. And that's when a dear friend of mine shared with me the power of whole food nutrition, and it came in the form of a capsule or a gummy. And I thought she was crazy, but I told her, I was like, okay, well, I'll look at the research. And so she sent it to me, and there are 39 gold standard published research studies on this product, which is amazing. And it shows, proving that it does good things in our bodies, from strengthening immune systems to heart health and dental health. And I could just go on and on about how amazing it is. But so, I was like, all right, well, it's worth a try. Let's go ahead and try this and see what it does. And so my girls both did have their ear tubes placed on the same day. But that same week, we started this One Simple Change with this whole food nutrition in a capsule and a gummy. And our lives have forever been changed, honestly, in such a good way. So fast forward 2 years, and those two little girls are absolutely thriving now. We were just surviving the days before that they have not been to the doctor for a sick visit or been on an antibiotic in that 2 year period, which, as a mom, it makes me so proud to be able to say, because that was not our story before. But it is now. It is now. And, my husband and I started this right alongside of them, because this was a whole family thing. We were all, going to be healthier, not just my girls. And we've also made some core nutritional changes as well. Just, cutting out simple things that don't serve our bodies well, and incorporating more whole food nutrition, honestly, making sure that we're getting the micronutrients that we need every day. And so lo and behold, my husband and I have benefited as well. I have been able to get off of my antidepressant medication. My hair is no longer falling out in handfuls in the shower. My energy levels are so much higher now than they ever used to be. And I have actually been able to lose 30 pounds within this 2 year period and keep it off, stay at a nice healthy weight. And I feel so much better, though, more so than how I look is just how I feel about myself, and, how I can go about the day and know that I'm putting the best into my girls, as well. So, and my husband, he was being monitored for high blood pressure, and he was only 32 years old, which was so scary for us because heart disease has ran in his family, and that's not a path that we wanted him to walk down at all. But thanks to making these simple changes, his blood pressure is beautiful now without any medication, and he's been able to lose a little bit of weight as well. And so, I mean, just all the way around, we've benefited so much. And so when I sat down and I looked at all of that, I was like, oh my gosh, we have been so selfish because we've been benefiting from this and not been telling anybody about it. I mean, how is that possible? Um, and at the same time, my during all of this, my grandmother was actually diagnosed with ovarian cancer. And so when I looked at all of the benefits and, how we hadn't been sharing it with anybody, she was the first person that came to my mind because her quality of life could be improved so greatly by this nutrition. And so I was like, all right, well, that's it. I'm joining this business. I need to start sharing it with everybody, and she's going to be my first customer. Well, she actually lost her battle to cancer that same week. So while I wasn't able to help her, I know that she's looking down on me from heaven, and she's darn proud of me now because I have helped so many other families in so many ways. And she's my inspiration. She's helped me get my passion and my drive back. And there's not a day that I don't think about her, and I don't know, like I said, that she's not proud of me. So, but anyway, so that's why I share it with everybody, and I always will, because there's nobody that cannot benefit from the power of better foods, better nutrition in our bodies. And so because I joined this business, I have found myself again. And I'm actually able to, back in May, I was able to quit working 3 days a week. And I'm able to stay at home with my daughters while still bringing in a significant income and just being a more present mom and helping families along their health journeys and helping prevent diseases from all aspects, not localized just to the oral cavity, because as a dental hygienist, that's what I was passionate about, and I still am passionate about it, but I'm able to touch on, help people with that, plus everything, else that's going on in their lives, because we know that oral systemic link is great. And so, I get up excited every day, and, whose life am I going to impact today? And, how can I change this world? And it's wonderful. And so, if any of this resonates with you, you're interested in more information on the products that I recommend and that my family swears by and we will take for the rest of our lives, definitely contact me. Or if you're interested in the business or both, definitely reach out to me, please. And I would love to have a conversation with you.